and where we will remember him today for the amazing, loudmouth, raunchy trucker with a heart of gold that he was. I've spent the last few weeks feeling lost. How do you say goodbye to the source of your existence and one of the first two people to hold you in this world? How do you say goodbye to a larger-than-life presence that has been part of your life forever? How do you say goodbye to a man who was your role model and how he dealt with life with ease and respect for all, regardless of anyone's status? My dad spent 56 amazing years on this earth and lived life to the fullest. He had an amazing journey, and even though the road he traveled wasn't always the smoothest, he took whatever came at him head-on with a smile and a joke. He was an irresistible force that everyone knew and respected, even though some of that respect may have been a little bit of fear. Those of us that really knew him knew that he was just a big teddy bear. One of my earliest memories growing up was when he chaperoned a school trip for me. He was in charge of me and 4 of my classmates on a trip to the museum. Towards the end of the field trip, all the kids got to go into the gift shop and buy souvenirs. And there was one boy in our group whose parents didn't give him any money. And you could tell how upset he was that he wasn't able to join us in buying dinosaur pencils or caveman bookmarks. My father saw this, went over to him, pulled out his wallet and handed him a 20. "Go wild, kid," he said. And that was the first time I remember being proud to be his daughter, honored almost, and I carried that with me from then on out. An important lesson he taught me was to never look down on anyone because of their misfortunes, and he lived by that rule. No matter the situation, he would be there to help out. Back when my dad still lived in Connecticut, he once offered a homeless man his RV. He let this stranger live in his RV parked out in the backyard. Who does that? Ray does. My dad was a man that didn't care what you looked like or who you loved. White, black, gay, straight, it didn't matter. He was a man who got along with everyone, and he was definitely a man that loved his music. You all know him for the hardly-loving classic rocker that instilled in me a love for CCR, Patsy Cline, and Skynyrd. But he didn't discriminate. He loved all the classics. The man loved himself, some Elvis and Beyond the King. Dad couldn't resist shaking his ass to some disco. He loved going down to the Cedar Brook in Westport. Of course, this was a gay bar. And I remember asking, "Dad, why would you be going down to a gay bar? You're in love with Jerry, and you have children." He then explained to me that he liked to dance, and dudes bought him drinks. So why the hell not? I'm grateful for so many things in my life. Being blessed with a father like mine is one of them. No matter what we had, he made the memories special. I'm not sure if any of you remember the boat he had in the early 90s that we would take out on Indian Wells, or remember how it would sing. How it would sing. I remember thinking, oh my God, I hope no one sees us right now singing in the middle of the lake. But now when I think back to those memories, I laugh and I smile. It was a time in my life when our family was so close and always together. And I'm so grateful for that boat. So this all brings me back to the questions I've been asking myself. How do you say goodbye? I listen to voicemails every single night and reread the last text message he sent to me over and over again. I think it makes me believe that he is still alive. Maybe the past few weeks were just a bad dream that I couldn't wake up from. And then I look at my daughter, Layla, and I hold her, and I kiss her perfect little cheeks. And I realize my dad isn't gone. He lives on inside me, Jen, Christine, and Seamus. His spirit will thrive in our grandchildren through the lessons we teach them and the stories we tell. He lives on in the hearts of his loved ones, friends, and family. So please, if you have a glass, raise your glass and toast to Ray Carson. May he always live on for all of us. Happy Father's Day. Cheers.
Cheers.
Daddy's love.
If anyone else wants to say anything, please. Well, I think Roland, you want to?
You're good.